Ladies and gentlemen, your mind is the command center of your life. Every thought you entertain, whether positive or negative, is shaping the person you are becoming. The way you think influences your emotions, your decisions, and ultimately your destiny. What you focus on the most, you move toward. If you constantly dwell on fear, doubt, and insecurity, your life will reflect those very things. But if you fill your mind with faith, hope, and possibility, your life will begin to align with those thoughts. Everything starts with a thought. Every action you take originates in your mind before it manifests in the physical world. Think about it. Before you ever made a major decision in life, you first thought about it. Your career, your relationships, your habits, your successes, and even your struggles all stem from the way you think. The thoughts you entertain consistently are the ones that shape your character and define your future. Many people underestimate the power of their thoughts. They assume that their circumstances are what dictate their lives, but the truth is, it is their perception of those circumstances that truly matters. Two people can go through the same difficulty, yet one can come out stronger while the other remains stuck. The difference lies in their mindset. One person sees a setback as a lesson, an opportunity to grow, while the other sees it as a failure, a reason to give up. Your thoughts act as seeds planted in the soil of your mind. If you plant seeds of doubt, negativity, and fear, they will take root and grow into habits, attitudes, and beliefs that hold you back. But if you plant seeds of faith, confidence, and perseverance, you will cultivate a mindset that leads to success, peace, and fulfillment. Your mind is like a garden. Whatever you plant will grow. You can't expect to harvest joy if you're constantly sowing seeds of worry. You can't expect to reap success if you are planting thoughts of failure. Scientific research has shown that our brains have a remarkable ability to rewire and reshape themselves based on our thoughts. This concept, known as neuroplasticity, proves that we are not stuck with the mindset we currently have. If we've spent years thinking in a negative, self-defeating way, we can intentionally change those patterns by feeding our minds with new, uplifting thoughts. This is why Scripture tells us to renew our minds. Transformation doesn't come from changing external circumstances first. It comes from changing how we think. If you constantly tell yourself that you're not good enough, that you'll never succeed, or that things will never change, then your mind will find ways to confirm those beliefs. Your brain looks for evidence to support the thoughts you feed it the most. That's why people who believe they are unlucky tend to experience more bad luck, while those who believe they are blessed and favored tend to notice more positive outcomes. It's not magician, it's mindset. Have you ever noticed how two people can look at the same situation but see completely different things? One person sees a challenge and thinks, I can't do this. It's too hard. The other sees the same challenge and says, this is tough, but I'll find a way. The situation is the same, but their mindsets determine their response, and their response determines the outcome. Over time, this creates a gap between those who succeed and those who remain stuck. The thoughts you allow to dominate your mind create the filter through which you see life. If your mind is filled with scarcity, you will always feel like there's never enough time, never enough money, never enough opportunities. But if your mind is filled with abundance, you will begin to see possibilities where others see limitations. You will recognize doors opening rather than focusing on the ones that have closed. Your words are a reflection of your thoughts, and your words have power. When you speak, you are reinforcing the beliefs that shape your reality. If you constantly say, I'll never get ahead, I'm just not good at this, or things never work out for me, then you are programming your mind to accept those statements as truth. But if you choose to declare, I am capable, I am learning, I am growing, and good things are coming my way, then your mind will begin to align with those truths. It's important to be mindful of what you expose yourself to daily. The conversations you engage in, the media you consume, and the people you surround yourself with all play a role in shaping your mindset. If you constantly listen to negativity, gossip, and fear-based thinking, it will influence how you see the world. But if you surround yourself with positivity, encouragement, and wisdom, it will elevate your thinking and expand your possibilities. Fear often starts in the mind before it ever becomes a reality. Your mind is constantly processing information, filtering experiences, and forming beliefs based on what you expose it to. Every thought you think has the power to either uplift or limit you. The way you see yourself, your circumstances, and your future is shaped by the thoughts that you allow to take root in your mind. If you want to experience true transformation in your life, you must renew your mind with truth. Many people live their lives bound by lies they have believed for years. These lies often come from past experiences, negative words spoken over them, or internalized fears. Thoughts like, I'm not good enough, I'll always struggle, or nothing ever changes for me, become deeply embedded in their subconscious, shaping their reality. But these thoughts are not truth. Just because you have thought something for a long time does not make it true. The problem is that when you believe a lie, it influences your decisions, your actions, and the direction of your life. The renewal of your mind begins with awareness. You must first recognize the thoughts that are holding you back. Many times, people are unaware of the negative thought patterns they have adopted because they have become so automatic. They respond to situations based on assumptions rather than truth. They make decisions based on fear rather than faith. But when you begin to pay attention to your thoughts, you will start to see patterns that either move you forward or keep you stuck. One of the most powerful ways to renew your mind is by replacing lies with truth. If you have believed that you are not capable of success, you must replace that thought with the truth that you are equipped, talented, and capable of learning. If you have believed that your past defines you, you must replace that thought with the truth that you are not your mistakes and that every day is a new opportunity for growth. When you begin to challenge the lies that have held you back, you create space for new possibilities in your life. Renewing your mind requires intentionality. It is not something that happens passively. You must actively choose what you allow into your mind. The music you listen to, the books you read, the conversations you engage in, and the people you surround yourself with all influence your thoughts. If you constantly expose yourself to negativity, gossip, or limiting beliefs, those thoughts will take root in your mind. But if you fill your mind with wisdom, encouragement, and truth, you will begin to see a shift in your thinking. Your internal dialogue matters. The words you say to yourself shape your self-image and influence your confidence. If you constantly criticize yourself, tell yourself you are not enough, or focus on your flaws, you will struggle to move forward. But if you speak life over yourself, reminding yourself of your strengths, your progress, and your potential, you will begin to step into a new level of confidence and clarity. What you feed your mind will eventually become your reality. Just as your body is affected by the food you eat, your mind is affected by the thoughts you consume. If you feed your mind with doubt, fear, and negativity, you will experience more of those things in your life. But if you feed your mind with faith, hope, and positive expectations, you will begin to attract those experiences. The renewal of your mind is not about ignoring reality, but about choosing to see beyond the limitations that your old thought patterns have created. Fear is one of the greatest obstacles to transformation. Many people allow fear to control their thoughts, preventing them from stepping into new opportunities. Fear often disguises itself as caution, convincing you to stay where you are because the unknown feels risky. But fear is not truth. Fear is a feeling that can be overcome when you choose to replace it with faith. When you renew your mind, you begin to see that fear is not a barrier. It is simply a test of your willingness to trust that something greater is ahead. Your mind is like a battlefield where thoughts of doubt and belief are constantly warring against each other. The thoughts you entertain the most will ultimately win. If you feed your doubts, they will grow stronger. If you feed your faith, it will grow stronger. The choice is yours. Every time a thought enters your mind, you have the power to accept it or reject it. You can either allow it to take root or replace it with something better. The more you practice this, the more natural it becomes. One of the most powerful ways to renew your mind is through gratitude. When you focus on what is good, what is working, and what you have to be thankful for, your perspective shifts. Instead of dwelling on what is missing, you begin to see the abundance in your life. Gratitude rewires your brain to focus on the positive, creating a mindset that attracts more blessings. Even in difficult seasons, there is always something. Belief alone is not enough to bring transformation. Many people have great dreams, powerful visions, and strong faith in what is possible, yet they remain stuck because they never take action. Thoughts shape reality, but it is action that turns those thoughts into tangible results. A changed mind must be followed by changed behavior. Without action, even the most inspiring thoughts will remain just ideas, floating in the realm of possibility without ever materializing into something real. Taking action requires courage. It is easy to stay in a place of planning, thinking, and preparing, but at some point movement is required. Fear often paralyzes people from stepping forward because they want everything to be perfect before they begin. They want to be fully prepared, have all the answers, and ensure success before they take the first step. But life does not work that way. Progress comes through movement, not just through thinking about movement. Faith is not just believing that something can happen. It is stepping forward even when the outcome is uncertain. There will always be reasons to wait. There will always be excuses that seem valid. People convince themselves that they are not ready, that the timing is not right, that they need more experience, more resources, or more confirmation. But often, these are just delaying tactics created by the mind to avoid discomfort. Growth is uncomfortable, but it is necessary. Taking action means stepping outside of what is familiar and embracing the unknown. It means moving forward even when doubt tries to creep in. Small actions compound over time to create big results. Many people look at successful individuals and assume that they made one huge leap that changed everything. But in reality, success is built on a series of consistent, intentional actions. It is about showing up every day, even when you do not feel like it. It is about making progress, even when it is slow. Taking action does not always mean making drastic moves. Sometimes it is about taking one small step in the right direction. Momentum is built through consistent action. The hardest part of anything is starting. Once you take that first step, it becomes easier to take the next. Movement creates energy. The more you act on what you believe, the more confident you become. Confidence is not something that magically appears. It is developed through action. The more you do, the more you believe in your ability to do. Confidence is a byproduct of taking action, not a prerequisite for it. Doubt and fear thrive in inaction. The longer you wait to take action, the louder the voices of fear and self-doubt become. When you step forward, those voices begin to fade because action proves them wrong. Fear tells you that you cannot do it, but action shows that you can. Self-doubt says you are not capable, but action demonstrates that you are. Every step forward weakens the grip of fear and strengthens your belief in yourself. Action brings clarity. Many people hesitate to move forward because they feel uncertain about the right path to take. They wait for clarity before they take action, not realizing that clarity often comes through action. When you move forward, you learn. You gain new insights, see new possibilities, and discover what works and what does not. Action reveals the next step. You do not have to have everything figured out before you begin. You just need to start. Excuses keep people trapped in the same cycle. It is easy to say, "I'll start tomorrow. I'll do it when I feel ready," or "I'll wait for the perfect opportunity." But tomorrow turns into next week turns into next month, and before long, years have passed with no progress. The perfect time will never come because perfection is an illusion. The right time to start is always now. Taking action requires discipline. Motivation is great, but it is unreliable. There will be days when you do not feel motivated, when you do not feel like putting in the effort. That is when discipline matters most. Discipline is doing what needs to be done even when you do not feel like doing it. It is choosing commitment over comfort. It is pushing forward when it would be easier to quit. Discipline separates those who achieve results from those who simply wish for them. Growth happens in discomfort. People naturally seek comfort and security, but nothing great is built inside a comfort zone. To grow, you must be willing to be stretched, to face challenges, to make mistakes, and to learn from them. Every successful person has faced obstacles, failures, and setbacks, but they kept moving forward. They did not let fear of failure stop them from taking action. They understood that failure is not the opposite of success. It is part of the journey to success.